Hello and welcome to Joburg Today. My name is Tumi Hlapo, bringing you the best of what's going down in and around Johannesburg. We visited the Digify Africa offices to learn a bit more about how they are preparing the youth for the digital landscape.
The world is your oyster. If you're African, have a computer, and know how to capitalize on social media and other digital opportunities. Africa as a whole has embraced technology at a staggering rate. It's estimated that there will be 360 million smartphone users in Africa by 2025. There are 100 million active users on Facebook in Africa each month. There is no doubt that Africa has embraced the digital economy, giving it the distinction of being the fastest growing digital consumer market on the planet, supported by the youngest and largest population. Digify Africa has put the youth at the forefront, offering them the opportunity to be skilled and employable.
I oversee the entire Digify Africa program, and that entails Digify Pro, which is our 3-month boot camp, which we've been running here in South Africa for almost 2 years. It's a pretty hardcore 11-week process. And every week we sort of focus on a different module, and we cover everything from social media strategy to content marketing to SEO, Google Analytics, understanding YouTube, understanding various sort of social media platforms, and then we also mix into that some soft skills training as well, because I think it's quite important. You know, it's great to sort of give that background on the digital industry, but we also want to make sure that our graduates are prepared to go into actual jobs and they understand, how to actually conduct an interview and what are the do's and don'ts in corporate settings. So we do infuse that learning within the program as well.
The DigiByte program is a 2-day program.
I think it's a great program in terms of anybody who is interested in communicating some kind of message online. So whether you have an organization or a company or a brand, if you want to understand how do you target certain people, how do you best package your information, how do you make use of a variety of Google products, right? So all of us use Google search at some point in the day. But how do you ensure that people, when they search for what you have, they find you, right? How do you reach out to people on social media in an effective manner? So I think it's really beneficial if you have any kind of online engagement.
I've always been very interested in digital marketing, but I didn't know a means of getting into it because it's very expensive, and I'm currently studying adverts. So I thought, hey, I just heard about it online and I thought this would be a great opportunity. So that's why I got into it.
I've always been very excited about what I want to do, but I think joining the program, that has just revitalized that excitement and has made me feel like, anything is possible. And through Digify, I can see I am getting more equipped with the skills that I need to be able to thrive in this industry.
An important African goal is to bridge the digital gap. It therefore comes as no surprise that local and national governments on the continent are investing more resources to ensure that more Africans are included on the global digital map. In that context, it is very encouraging to note how Digify Africa is progressing with their vision when it comes to empowering the youth with digital skills. Nashina Mohammed for Joburg Today.
She's going to look into the camera, we're going to cut it, then pick it up from
That's for your editor.
Yes.
Like us on Facebook, joburgtoday.tv, and follow us on Twitter at Joburg Today. Since the discovery of gold in the now Gauteng area, thousands of people have flocked from all parts of Africa in search of greener pastures. The Workers' Museum in Newtown gives us a glimpse in the life of migrant workers in the early 20th century in South Africa.
In order to move forward, one has to take a few steps back. That's why Joburg Today saw it only fitting to reflect on the lives and times of the people who made Johannesburg into what it is today. Established in 1913, the Workers' Museum in Newtown houses images, documents, and artifacts that showcase the experiences of migrant workers who came to Johannesburg in search of a better life while working on the mines.
I think what stands up is the concrete beds that you've seen. I mean, the concrete beds, they tell a lot of story because you remember now these guys, they are coming from African regions, they're carrying absolutely nothing, and they are now confronted with concrete beds that they are expected to sleep on.
Poor living conditions, rigorous laws, and the ill treatment of workers forced people to come together to establish a workers' union to counteract the injustices experienced.
There are a number of conditions which are very bad conditions. Firstly is that you are forced to sleep at a certain time. By 10 o'clock you're supposed to have switched off your lights, radios off, just like small kids. And that's one of the issues that forced me to strive with others who were having the same ideas like myself to form a union to represent them. If you are found making noise or dancing, you will be locked in a room, or you will be tied on a tree, which was called stola, that handcuffed around the tree because it was claimed that you are undisciplined. If you are unemployed for a particular period and you could not get a job, then you are sent back home to the homelands. I think it's an important place, this building, for our children to learn about our history.
Apart from the general public, regular school tours are had as they form part of their history curriculum, helping learners to know more about South African history by providing visual aids.
The school children come very excited, thinking that they're going to be seeing exciting stuff, but when they get out of here, they take something with them.
Everyone should come here, from the students to our politicians, because history is repeating itself.
I really feel we really take our history, our South African history, for granted. We become ignorant. And I feel people should be alerted about it. They need to be aware that there's such a place that holds a lot of significance to South Africans as a whole.
I'm Riley Sakani-Posakwe for Joburg Today.
Hi, I'm Danny Glover, and you're watching Joburg Today.
That's all for today, but do check out Leading Opinion with Nashina. From myself, Dumi Tlapo, and the Joburg Today crew, it's goodbye.